What's going on, everyone? We have been watching Stanley Tucci's Searching for Italy. If you haven't seen the show, it's a new travel food type show. I'll link it in the description. So he goes to Rome in one of the episodes and he learns about the 4 Roman pastas. I didn't know this, but essentially these 4 pastas are all built off of one another. Cheese and pepper, and you have Cacio e Pepe. Add pork fat to that, guanciale or bacon. You have pasta Gricia. Add an egg to that. You have carbonara. Instead of an egg, you add some tomatoes. You have a pasta that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. The best part about each of these pastas is they come together in 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, so they're really, really quick to make. In today's episode, we're going to show you how to make the 4 Roman pastas. So the difference between these 4 pastas is mostly just an ingredient or 2. Here is some guanciale. If you don't have guanciale, it's really hard to find. Use pancetta or bacon. That is in most of the 4 pastas. I think it's in 3 of the 4 that we're going to make. We have pecorino cheese, pecorino romano, and then we're going to use spaghetti. We're going to start off with the simplest, which is cacio e pepe. First things first, let's boil some pasta. So we're going to cook this to al dente, about 7 minutes for me. All right, our pasta is done, but whatever you do, don't dump this water down the drain. We need it to create a sauce for all of our pastas, so let's set this aside. For cacio e pepe, we just need a bit of pepper and to grate some of our cheese. So we'll start off with medium-low heat. We want to be careful not to burn our pepper. Bit of olive oil and our black pepper. We're going to toast this until it just starts to sizzle. All right, you can definitely smell the pepper. You got to be real careful not to burn it. You can see it's just sort of lightly sizzling here, but this is exactly what we're looking for. So now we're going to add a few tablespoons of the pasta water that we saved. A little bit of butter. We just add our spaghetti directly into the pan. And now add our cheese. Keep adding pasta water until you get it to the consistency that you want it. All right, this one is just about done. Let's go plate it up. We're going to use one of the kitchen hacks from our 9 kitchen hack videos. If you haven't seen that, it's linked up in the top corner. We'll finish this off with a little bit more cheese, a few more turns of fresh pepper, and just a pinch of finishing salt. That's pasta number 1, cacio e pepe. Our next pasta is going to use some of this guanciale. Basically the same as cacio e pepe, except we add the guanciale. We'll cut this down into cubes first of all. Medium-low heat. Add a bit of olive oil, add our cubed guanciale, and slowly render this for about 15 minutes. So once the guanciale has gotten pretty crispy and most of the fat has rendered out, take out the pork and just be left with the fat in the pan. Set this aside for now. Add a bit of black pepper. We'll let this bloom for about a minute. After about a minute, we're going to add pasta water and create an emulsion just like the previous recipe. Add our pasta to finish cooking in our sauce. This time I have rigatoni. The starchy pasta water and the fat from the guanciale will come together into a sauce. So after about 4 minutes, most of the water has reduced and it's coming together into a nice sauce to coat the pasta. We're gonna reduce this just a little bit more until it's a sauce consistency. All right, this looks pretty good. We're gonna add the guanciale back and toss to combine everything. Once that's all combined, to kill the heat and add some more pecorino cheese. Toss to combine all of this. All right, this one's about ready to finish up. No twirling necessary on this one. Finish things off with a little bit more pepper and a little bit more cheese. Here we go, pasta number 2, pasta Gricia. Really good and really simple. Probably the most famous of the bunch is carbonara, which is the exact same as the previous two, except now we're gonna add some egg. I'm gonna use one whole egg, and 2 egg yolks. We're going to whisk our eggs with our cheese and black pepper. Whisk to combine all this. And we'll head to the stove. Medium-low heat, a little bit of olive oil, add our guanciale, after about 7 minutes, our guanciale is nice and crispy. Add our cooked pasta right into the pan. We're gonna head back over to our egg mixture. We're gonna add what was in the skillet into our egg mixture. And then start tossing to combine. Add a bit of pasta water to create a creamy sauce. No cream, no milk, just eggs, guanciale or bacon, and the cheese. All right, we're just about ready to plate. A little bit more cheese. And some more cracked pepper. This is pasta carbonara. That's probably my favorite of the 3 so far. Our last pasta, we are going to start exactly the same way as before. We have pasta Amatriciana. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, but you saw it a second ago. Same thing as before, medium-low heat. Add our olive oil. Guanciale again. We're going to cook this slowly for about 5 to 7 minutes. It's about the same time as the carbonara. This time though, we're going to add some red pepper flakes. Whole tomatoes right in the pan. You could puree these, but I'm just going to use the back of my spoon here. Stir to combine, and we're just going to let this simmer while we cook our pasta. Our pasta is already cooked, but about 10 or 15 minutes to let this simmer. Spaghetti, or for us, about 15 minutes. Our tomatoes will be reduced by a fair bit. It's all right that it's pretty thick at this point. We're going to add some pasta water as we've done in all the previous recipes. As usual, add our pasta right to the pan and a bit of our reserved pasta water to help create our sauce. Stir to combine. We're going to add our pecorino cheese. All right, we're ready to plate this one up. So as usual, we're going to use our carving fork to make a pasta nest. Grate a bit of cheese. Bit of black pepper. Really good. That one's a little spicy because of the red pepper flakes, but still the tomato makes it really good, and you can taste the guanciale as well. I hope you enjoyed these 4 Roman pastas. See you next time.